Sleepy, spicy.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to Sleepy Spicy Mess podcast by Sarah Silva. It is me, Sarah, talking to you guys from the French Alps. Oh my god, there's like a bird behind me. Anyway, I have the most stunning view and I feel like I'm in heaven. Like, this place is so beautiful. This is the type of things you would see on a computer screen, on a background screen, and I'm just like, holy shit, like I love the mountains so much. If you know me, you know I love the mountains. I love being by water. But yeah, it is time to talk. We are in a different setting, different country, and with different equipment, different sound quality, so bear with me. It is a better camera quality or a better shooting quality, but not the best audio quality, so sorry in advance. Anyway, I just got here to... Oh, there's men looking at me. Gross. I just got here to this small city right by Switzerland, right next to Geneva. It's like almost bordering Geneva. And it has been very, very beautiful. Yeah, life has been interesting lately. I'm kind of in a weird space right now, honestly. Like, internally, I'm in a very... I know things have to change and I know I have to do more work in certain areas, but I'm almost like, I just feel like something's stopping me, something's blocking me, and it might just be myself. It's up to me and only me to be able to unblock that. But I hope you guys are all doing well, whoever's tuning in, mutuals, randoms, friends, family, whoever it is. I hope you are all doing well. You might have seen a few of my stories of being in the south of France in Montpellier with my sister, which was so amazing. Getting to meet her friends and her roommates and going to I.C.E, oh my gosh, which was so fun. It was like a skating event, skating, BMX, scootering, rollerblading, which was so fun. So after that was Paris, and Paris was so beautiful. I loved everyone's fashion and just how Paris is, like the energy there. There is a lot of tourists. I will say that. I understand why the locals might be annoyed with the tourists, you know, but it was very peaceful at times. And you know, I just love being in big cities. Like, I thrive in big cities. I feel like because that's like part of my quote-unquote job, like what I aspire to be, you know, acting, modeling, singing, all of those things, performative work. I feel like you have to network, and so being there in that environment is what I thrive in and where I feel like I can benefit the most in networking and just developing my stars on Mars persona. On this trip though, I didn't really network. It was more of just like enjoying and sightseeing, seeing all the like touristy stuff, but also some of the like more chill stuff. And yeah, I stayed with the host, shout out Leo from Couchsurf, who was so nice and genuine and so clutch. A great guy. But yeah, that was through Couchsurf. So if you've never done Couchsurfing before, basically Couchsurfing is kind of in the name itself. You just look for hosts that don't mind you staying over, or who want to make connections, who want to make friends, who have done it themselves and stayed on other people's places, rooms, couches, homes, apartments, whatever it may be. Thank you so much for... No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much to Couchsurf for sponsoring today's video. In the future. This is like my first official time doing it myself through the Couchsurfing app and everything. So that was really fun and made me feel way more secure doing that and just being able to travel. Like, I love the metro. I love being able to get lost and kind of like take the wrong thing and like just learn the city. I just love learning like different cities and like, yeah. So Paris and Madrid give me similar vibes in that sense that like you're just out there and you have to figure it out. But I guess that's just any big city. But yeah, now I'm in the complete opposite. So I was in Paris for like 4 days, and then to get here, I literally had to take a train, a 3-hour-ish, 4-hour-ish, 5-hour-ish train, and then another train, and then another train. 3 trains total. So now we're here. Oh my god, a bird just fell out of a tree. Are you okay? Oh my god, it's a baby bird. That is so weird. Okay, if you couldn't see that, if you're just listening, tune in now, because a bird just fell out of a tree and it looks like a baby bird. I don't know if I heard baby birds weren't a real thing. I don't know, but yeah, a bird just fell out of a tree and it's pretty small, so I'm just gonna call it a baby bird. Yeah, so that's how it's been travel wise, just getting here, and what I've been up to the past like 3 weeks, since like the end of May. And yeah, after this I think I'm gonna go back to the south of France, and then after that go to Madrid, and then head back down to the south of Spain in time for San Juan, because I have some plans with friends to basically San Juan, I think that's what it's called. Oh, I hope I'm not like saying the wrong name, but basically they do these huge bonfires at the beach in where I live in Almuñécar, and the beaches are so beautiful there. But anyway, so they do these huge bonfires and everybody like spends the night on the beach. They camp on the beach, and I live like right in front of the beach, so I don't need to like camp, but like, you know, for the vibes I'm gonna do it. And yeah, it's gonna be my first San Juan, so I'm excited, and I'll see how it goes and teach them how to make s'mores if they don't already know how to make s'mores, because I feel like s'mores is an American thing. But yeah, oh my gosh, traveling as an American, when you say you're American over there, or like from the US, it comes off a little more like than if you were to say Mexican American or Mexican. I feel like they have more of a preference for Mexicans or Mexican Americans, and are like kind of like nicer or sweeter. And a lot of people know Spanish too. Like, I didn't know that many people spoke Spanish, but I guess they teach them Spanish and English. Yeah, I feel like I definitely get more like deals and more like smiles and niceness and like just like energy when I say, soy mexicana americana, oh, soy mexicana, instead of just being like, I'm American. But when I do say I'm from Texas, they're like, wow, like long way from home. But yeah, so that's just something that I've noticed definitely during traveling. So I'm here now, and I didn't even realize that there was like a protest happening for Palestine in Paris. Like, it makes sense that they would have one, right? Because it's like Paris, it's, you know, capital of France or whatever. It's like a popular place in France. But I guess I just didn't like look into it as much as I could have. I was just kind of distracted, just taking it all in. And I'm really sad that I couldn't make it to, like, you know, because I was literally leaving the day after, the like early morning after the protest. So it had already been over when I saw it online, and I was like, damn. So yeah. The state of the world, hello? What the fuck is happening, bro? Oh my god. With everything with like Palestine and just all these places, I feel like the issue is people want too much power. People want too much money. It's just about greed and power. I am sending so many prayers and thoughts and good energy to the people who have been affected by the ICE raids happening. That is fucking horrendous. That is horrific. That is awful. That they are stripping away people who have done nothing just because of what they look like, and so many people who have valid visas just being taken away. It's just an awful situation that's happening, and obviously it directly affects my culture, my people, mi gente, my family. Most Mexican Americans, most Hispanics, like, this was our land before, and you know, we didn't just pop out of here. Like, someone had to make the sacrifice, someone had to take the risk to come over and give us a better life. If you are a Latino and you are not standing up for what the fuck is happening, shame on you, bro. Shame on you heavy, especially if you voted for Trump. Like, that is crazy. Some people may argue that they were both bad options, Kamala and Trump, but one was very, very clearly the worst option, like, possible. One was very clearly a better option. So, yeah. It's honestly just crazy what's happening, and gives me a lot of anxiety at times. And keeps me up too, just like, I had been having a very good days in Paris, and then as I was traveling, you know, I had internet, like more internet, and just kind of like looking as things were developing in LA and Austin and just, you know, in Paris, just everywhere. And with Greta, and the whole boat that was sending aid to Palestine, just like all of these things, like all this media, like, it just makes me so sad and gives me so much anxiety. Like, it has been these past few days kind of catching up to me, like as I'm going to sleep, and I've just been thinking about it more and more, and it's been keeping me up, just like the state of the world. And I think a lot of people can relate to that it's kind of scary. You don't know what's gonna happen, but you guys, we have survived in the past, and this is just what I tell myself, like, I've survived in the past, I will survive the future, we will fight this, and, you know, if all hell needs to break loose, then viva la revolution, because some things need to fucking uproar and burn down to the fucking ground and be rebuilt again, because, you know, the system is not fair. Peaceful protests will never be enough. Peaceful protests will never be peaceful to them. And peaceful protests will not get you anywhere. You need to fucking burn that shit to the ground and make an entire new system. Like, that's what I really think. There needs to be big changes, and they need to see that the people will not accept what is happening to them. And I wish I could be there to fight, or in a bigger city where more things happen, doing what I can while I can, and just posting and spreading information, and just keeping people aware and influencing, you know, like on Instagram, what you post can influence even just one person and make them question what they believe in, or make them think, wow, like, you know, yeah, like, this is not okay what's happening. But yeah, that I've felt that way a lot lately, especially because it's my culture, and especially because, like, friends and family. I know a lot of people are afraid, and I know a lot of people are scared. It's just very sad. I just hope that things work out, and I hope that people continue to fight for what's right, because everybody knows deep down what's happening is not okay. But yeah, I've been seeing goats around next to the Airbnb, and cows and horses, and you can just hear their little bells, and it's so cute. I think I even heard one stumble down the hill while I was sleeping yesterday, because I heard like their little bell thing. I did a yoga this morning, yoga, meditation, stretching, and it was really good. France has been really good to me. I feel like I've learned a lot and explored a lot and have met so many people and am enjoying my time, but also just realizing the benefits of having a balance and how important it is to have friends and a social life, but also how important it is to have alone time and have time to yourself. And there's a goat slowly making its way down the hill right now. Bruh. Okay. Anyway, yeah, how important it is to have fucking alone time and like your own routine, and but also like how beneficial it is to be around people and do new things and meet new people and do things that are uncomfortable, just all of that. I'm gonna try not to say anymore in this, but I think I'm failing miserably already. But yeah, I just love Europe in general, and I just feel like Europe doesn't prioritize as much the work, grind mindset from what I've seen, just the culture itself of like a lot of the European countries. I feel like I've seen more it's almost like they naturally have that priority to go out and see their friends at least a few times a week or once a week or whatever it may be. But I just always see everyone outside and having lunch and having coffee and having drinks and walking and riding their bikes, and there's bike lanes and there's metros and there's all these, transportation systems that the US is almost embarrassing. Like the fact that you have to have a car in most places and there's not third-party spaces, that's kind of embarrassing for the US. Like, you claim to be the greatest country, but your people are miserable. So, I don't know. That's just some thoughts I've been having while in France. And also, like, I talked about this to someone a while back, and we had this conversation about comfort emotions, and I feel like my comfort emotion, and what I mean by this is like an emotion that reoccurs often and it's kind of like your way of expressing. So my comfort emotion, I've noticed my whole life, has always been sadness. It's just this thing that has constantly been there, and it comes and goes in waves, but it's always kind of lingering. And it's like nobody can truly fix it except me, right? And it's not something that needs to be fixed per se, but nobody can attend to that garden that needs help except me. When I'm happy, there's also a little bit of sadness. When I'm angry, there's a little bit of sadness. When things aren't going right, there's a little bit of sadness. When things are going right, there's a little bit of sadness. And it's just like, I think it's just the comfort emoji. It's the one that I have found the most comfort. And for some people, that's anger. And I think it just has to do with how you were raised, how you were conditioned, who you are as a person, the environments. But yeah, I don't know why that conversation just came to mind. I guess just because of how I've felt today and last night with, just thinking about the politics of the world. And I've just noticed that, like, it's comforting to be sad. It's almost like, oh my god, there's a new season of Big Mouth. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's the finale. But basically, to relate those two topics, in Big Mouth, there is like a depression kitty. And it's almost like this comforting kind of like a, let's just not worry about anything and just shut off. Just almost like suppress and just, it's like this sad kind of just coat that comes over you. Yeah, I feel like I've had the depression kitty since I was little, since I was in 5th grade, when I noticed things weren't going so well, and it was just the easiest thing. It was the thing I gravitated towards the most. I noticed that people would say, like, oh my god, like, why are you so happy all the time? And I would be like, I don't know, I'm just happy. Like, when I was younger, I was just a happy girl. I was just very happy. And I think, like, people wondering why I was so happy, and then also, like, just as a cry for help and just things kind of going wrong, I just gravitated towards that sadness. It was almost like an extreme opposite, and I found comfort in it, and so I just, over the years, continued to go back to that. With that being said, it's like either extremely happy or extremely sad, and as I've grown older, I've tried to find stability in the middle. My family or friends have noticed, like my pattern of being either like very, very optimistic and enthusiastic about life, or very, very down and just like, oh, like I just don't want to do anything. I don't feel good mentally, in a low place. And so, yeah, just the past few years have been like trying to find that middle ground, maintaining myself in that middle ground so that I don't, when you're so used to the highs or the lows, the middle's kind of boring, but it's what keeps you sane. And at least for me, that's how it works in my brain, just trying to keep that middle ground. I guess these past few weeks with traveling and all, and being around different people in different environments, that's kind of gone all out of the window, which is why it might be coming back to bite me in the ass now. But I think definitely when I get back to my little town in the south of Spain, I will try to prioritize that. You know, the sleeping, the drinking water, the getting sunlight, the waking up at a decent time, and just doing those things for my mental health. Because when your mind's not right, I feel like you just don't make the best decisions. And you just can't think clearly. But right now and on this trip, I've just been kind of riding those highs and those lows. And there's been a lot of highs because of, you know, just all the stimulation of like these new environments and these new places, and smoking weed and drinking and going out and just all of these things that have caused kind of like high dopamine and endorphins. And I think that's why I'm kind of more on the calm down now. I just feel like when you travel, it's kind of hard to regulate. You're just kind of wanting to be in the moment and take it all in, you know? But yeah, I think I really enjoyed being in therapy back in the day. I think I've gone like a year and a half maybe, or a year without therapy. And honestly, I miss it. I feel like I'm really glad the stigma around therapy is kind of going away. I just feel like therapy is so important, even if you think you don't have issues. Just talking to someone, talking things out, and in a way, talking to you guys and talking to this camera, even if it's just me talking to myself and nobody listens, that's okay. Even that in itself is kind of like therapy to me, and letting out what I need to say, and kind of just, my mom used to call it, I think it's like sound boxing or something, where basically you are talking to someone, but you don't need their advice or their solutions. You're just wanting to kind of vent or talk so you can hear yourself and kind of understand what you're saying. You know, just to hear what's on your own mind, really. And so in a way, this is that for me, without really having to put that on to anybody else. That's just kind of how it's been. And this town that I'm in, you guys, it's called Flumet. This town that I'm in is so pretty, but there's just this like big energy here, and I don't know if it's like the energy of the woods and the mountains, but there's just like some like lore. You can just feel it. Like there's just energy. You know when you go somewhere and you can just feel an energy? That's kind of what it feels like. And I think it's just a big contrast. What it is, I think, is I was in Paris and so much was happening every day, all the time, and I was smoking a lot. And then I come here and it's like the complete opposite. And so I'm kind of like, whew, you're here, your thoughts, you see less people, you hear less commotion happening, and it's kind of like the power of the mountains and the power of nature, kind of like a wave coming over you, and you just have to like stop and listen and accept the pace that you're at, accepting the pace around you in this place, you know? So that's just kind of what I've been doing this past 2 days, just accepting this pace, kind of like synchronizing with this pace, resetting, being okay, you know, doing my yoga, drinking my water, putting in some more greens and reds and purples in my food, and just slowing down. Today I enjoyed a beautiful day at the lake and walking around, and I went to a cemetery. It was just very beautiful. All very, very beautiful. Alright, you guys. Sounds like it's about to rain or something. Anyway, the camera's gonna die, so I have to go. But if you stay till the end, thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all. I'm gonna leave you with a mantra that my sister told me the other day, which is, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you. in some order. I don't know which way it goes, but repeat that to yourself. Say it to the world, say it to the universe, and viva la révolution. Et je ne parle français. But yeah, I hope you guys are so good. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you for listening to me just fucking brain dump. Just put that all out there. And yeah, if you're listening, if you are watching, I hope you enjoyed this nice little landscape area. I wish you guys could see behind me, but the lighting is just so ass. So yeah, tune in, and not next week, but the week after that will be a vlog. And then not the week after that, but the week after. It's like 2 times a month. 1 podcast, 1 vlog. Every other week, basically. If you get what I mean. So yeah. Not next week, but the week after will be a vlog of Montpellier. And then after that will be just different videos of Paris and here. And yeah. Okay. Have a good day, y'all. Bye. Peace and love always. Ciao.